For decades, people have been conditioned to believe that someone else is responsible for their success. Governments, corporations, financial advisors, even social movements, there's always an external force to blame or depend on. This mindset creates a world of financial passengers, people who want freedom but expect someone else to provide it. They wait for policies, handouts, and promises instead of taking charge of their own path. They sit idly by, hoping the winds of change will blow in their favor while life passes them by. But here's the hard truth. No one owes you anything. Not governments, not employers, not even family members. If you want something, you must build it yourself. The illusion of a free ride, look around. Every election cycle, millions vote based on who offers them the most free benefits. Free healthcare, free housing, free education. Politicians promise utopias where everyone gets what they need without lifting a finger. It sounds appealing, doesn't it? A world where all your needs are met simply because you exist, but nothing is ever truly free. Someone else is always paying for it, and if you're not careful, that someone is you. Case study: the housing crisis of 2008. The housing crisis of 2008 was a brutal example of this illusion. Millions signed up for mortgages they barely understood, trusting banks and financial advisors who reassured them that prices would never fall. These borrowers were sold dreams wrapped in glossy brochures, dreams of homeownership, stability, and wealth. Who signed the papers? When the market collapsed, these same people were left devastated, jobless, homeless, and blaming the system. But let's pause for a moment. Who signed the papers? Who ignored the fine print? Who trusted others instead of doing their own due diligence? Blind trust costs dearly. Many borrowers didn't bother to read the terms of their loans or understand how adjustable-rate mortgages worked. They assumed the experts knew best, and when the bubble burst, they realized too late that blind trust can lead to ruin. This isn't just about mortgages, it's about any situation where we abdicate responsibility and place blind faith in systems, institutions, or individuals. Whether it's investing in sketchy startups, relying on government programs, or expecting employers to guarantee lifelong security, the lesson is clear. If you don't take ownership of your decisions, you'll end up paying the price, literally and figuratively. Financial passengers versus financial drivers. Consider two people. Alex follows the crowd. Alex gets a job right out of college, spends whatever he earns, and assumes the government will take care of his retirement. He votes for candidates promising more benefits and protests against policies he doesn't like. When an economic downturn hits, he loses everything: his job, his savings, his sense of security. Instead of adapting, he blames the system and demands more intervention. What went wrong for Alex? Alex's problem wasn't bad luck, it was poor preparation. He lived paycheck to paycheck, failed to save, and relied entirely on external forces to secure his future. His lack of agency made him vulnerable to every twist and turn of the economy. Sam takes control. Sam, on the other hand, builds multiple income streams. She studies investment risks, learns new skills, and never bets her future on a single paycheck. When the downturn comes, she sees opportunities instead of disaster. While others panic, Sam calmly pivots, using her diversified portfolio and entrepreneurial mindset to thrive in chaos. Why does Sam succeed? Sam understands that resilience comes from preparation. By creating backups, multiple income sources, emergency funds, and valuable skills, she insulates herself from uncertainty. She doesn't rely on anyone else to bail her out because she's already built her own safety net. Both faced the same economy. One was a passenger, the other was a driver. The power of ownership. Real wealth isn't built on hope, luck, or politicians. It's built on control. It's built on ownership of skills, assets, and decisions. Let's break this down further. Don't rely on a single paycheck. Create your own sources of income. Imagine Lisa, a teacher who loves her job but knows Better than to rely solely on her salary. On weekends, she tutors students online and rents out a room in her house through Airbnb. Over time, these side hustles grow into significant income streams. Even if her teaching position becomes unstable, Lisa has options. Contrast that with Mark, who works tirelessly at a corporate job, banking on annual raises and promotions. When layoffs hit, Mark is left scrambling with no fallback plan. Don't trust others blindly. Educate yourself before making financial moves. Think about Sarah, who inherited $50,000 from a relative. Instead of handing it over to a financial advisor, she spent months researching stocks, bonds, and real estate. She attended workshops, read books, and joined online forums to learn from experienced investors. Today, her inheritance has grown, significantly thanks to her proactive approach. Now consider Jake, who gave his inheritance to a hotshot advisor recommended by a friend. Within 2 years, half of Jake's money disappeared due to risky investments he didn't understand. Don't wait for the government to save you. Build something so strong that you never need saving. Governments and institutions operate on large scales. They prioritize policies that benefit the majority, not individual cases. Waiting for them to solve your problems is like waiting for rain during a drought. You might get lucky, but chances are slim. Take Maria, for instance. After losing her manufacturing job to automation, she didn't sit around waiting for retraining, programs, or unemployment checks. Instead, she taught herself coding through free online resources and landed a tech job within 6 months. Maria didn't wait for rescue. She rescued herself. The choice picture: 2 friends sitting at a cafe, discussing their futures. Friend number 1 sighs, "I'm so tired of working for peanuts. I wish the government would raise minimum wages or give us universal basic income. Life would be so much easier." Friend number 2 nods thoughtfully. "Yeah, those things sound nice, but I wouldn't count on them happening anytime soon. Honestly, I've been focusing on building my own solutions. I started freelancing on the side, and now I make almost as much as my day job pays. Plus, I've been learning about investing. Slowly but surely, I'm creating my own safety net." Friend number 1 scoffs. "That sounds exhausting. Why work harder when someone else could fix the system?" Friend number 2 smiles knowingly. "Because depending on someone else is riskier than working harder. Look, I'm not saying the system shouldn't improve. I'm saying I can't afford to wait for it. What happens if nothing changes? Am I just supposed to sit here and suffer? No thanks. I'd rather take matters into my own hands." Which friend would you rather be? The world rewards those who take charge. The world doesn't reward those who wait for handouts. It rewards those who take charge. It rewards builders, creators, and problem solvers. So stop begging. Stop waiting. Stop hoping someone else will come along and fix your life. Start building. Because at the end of the day, the only person who truly cares about your success is you. And the only way to ensure it is to take full ownership of your journey. Remember, freedom isn't given. It's earned.